Neill Blomkamp, welcome to independent.ie. Now, firstly, Chappie, I'm a little bit annoyed about the release date of the film because I almost feel like it's been done a disservice by not being included in award season. It's that good, in my opinion. I mean,
thank you.
The direction, my little kiss-ass comment there, but also Charlotte Toe's performance is a revelation, really something that was incredibly unexpected. Do you feel the same way?
I certainly feel the same way about Charlotte's performance. In terms of award season, I don't know if this is the kind of movie that gets nominated for awards, but I feel very proud of the film, and I feel very, very, very proud of Charlotte's performance, especially when audiences go into a movie expecting a metallic kind of Hulk holding a gun, like this. I think that what Chappie ends up being is very polar opposite to that, and that's the part that I'm proud of.
Absolutely. Now explain to me the genesis of the film itself.
The genesis of the film is, no more complicated than I was writing Elysium. I was sitting at my computer writing Elysium.
Okay, great film.
And that movie had a lot of robots in it. And I was listening to Die Antwoord. It was about 2011, so they'd sort of been pretty big for about a year. And it was just music that was playing in my house. And I just had an idea out of nowhere for that band raising one of the robots from Elysium, but as a sentient, non-pre-programmed robot. And that is quite honestly where the idea came from. And it was kind of fully formed, actually. Like, I wrote the first script with Terry in 2 weeks, which for me is very short. So, and then it never really changed. I just took that and shelved it until Elysium was done. And I didn't really look at doing any other films after that movie. I felt like this was the film I always wanted to do. I just had to wait to get to it.
Sure.
So yeah, it was pretty simple.
Excellent. So quick work. The decision then between making or having Chappie as mocap and CGI, what was the story there? Well,
there's the whole mocap thing with me with Chappie is quite weird. I think there's some confusion about. Normally, what you do is, if you look at a movie like Avatar, you motion capture your actors in a volume in a soundstage, right, where they are performing in a totally synthetic environment. Avatar's a good example because they're on Pandora. So the foliage is fake, they're fake, everything is digital. In a movie like this, where you have a digital character in a live action setting, that isn't the case. So putting up motion capture cameras around you in every different location you go to is not really an option. You got to do it cheaper and quicker.
Okay. Now, casting, Sigourney Weaver is obviously in this film. Is it something that you've always wanted to work with her? How did that come about?
I have always wanted to work with her. I wasn't sure that she would say yes to it because the role wasn't as big as I would want it to be for her, but she did say yes, which was awesome. And I got to know her in the process, which was really cool. So yeah, I mean, I was, I had this situation on this movie where every single person playing every role was pretty much, I couldn't imagine anybody else doing it. And that's a really weird place to be. It's a really good place, So when she said yes, I was like, good.
Absolutely. We obviously have to speak about Alien 5. My inner fan inside is shouting and screaming right now. But did this give you the opportunity then to speak to Sigourney while you were working on the film, or was that part of your intention in casting her in a way? Or
no, it wasn't part of my intention. I actually assumed that she wouldn't want to make another Alien film. I don't know if that, rightly or wrongly, I just assumed that she was done with that. And also given how Alien 3 plays out and Alien 4 plays out, I was like, I just didn't know if she would ever want to go back. So it definitely wasn't my intention. I did want to speak to her about it, though, just as a fan. I wanted to just learn about how she viewed Ripley and, just speak to her. And in the process of talking to her, I started to realize that she actually did want to go back. And that just set off a bunch of thoughts in my head.
Well, and fireworks, I would imagine. I mean, it is confirmed now, right? I mean, we saw from your Instagram post. Can you tell us a start date?
No. It's pretty early days. I mean, the start date's quite far away. I still need to, I've got to complete a script, and I want to take my time. Like the way that Ridley did the first film was that he does these famous Ridley-grams, which are kind of like his own storyboards. And he knew every shot in the movie. Like he composed every single shot that they shot in the movie. And I want to get to that level of premeditated, constructed understanding of the film before we shoot. I just want it to be as good as it can be.
Yeah. This, as Sigourney has mentioned, if she went back for another Alien film, it would be her last, and it would be an opportunity to wrap up Ripley's story.
Yeah.
You know, is that a lot of responsibility and pressure for yourself then in that regard?
Luckily, I don't feel that pressure yet. I mean, I think if artists start feeling that pressure, they make weird choices.
Sure.
Like, I just deal with it like it's just one artistic endeavor after the next. That stuff doesn't get to me yet. I think what's better is if you can just let your own enthusiasm and your own, the wanting to participate in that world, if that guides you, you're good. I think if you start getting guided by fear, it's a little bit more of a dodgy territory.
Excellent stuff. Neill, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Sir.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.